Hey y'all, Nick here. In this screencast, I want to go through the process of converting a 16 ETH mini pool to an 8 ETH mini pool. With the upcoming Atlas upgrade to Rocketpool, we now have the capability to be able to run 8 ETH mini pools. So that means you only need 8 ETH to run a validator as a node operator. That's super exciting. It is going to, of course, require a bit more RPL to bond those mini pools, but this is coming up with all of the upgrades are coming to the Ethereum network in the very near future with the Chapella upgrades. We can have withdrawals and all this cool stuff that we've been waiting for a while now. So I'm going to go ahead and just go through the process. So here I'm on the Rocketpool site where we have our documentation. This goes into some of the kind of specifics around what an 8 ETH mini pool is and some of the rules involved with it. There is a scrubbing process that's required here. So what happens is the Oracle DAO does need to verify that the bond reduction is valid. So there's a period of time in which once we request the bond reduction, which is basically what this is called. So this is a bond reduction where we're reducing from a 16 ETH bonded mini pool to an 8 ETH bonded mini pool. So there's this scrub period. And once the scrub period is complete, we're going to have a period of time as a node operator to go in and actually complete that reduction. So I'm here on one of our test servers, one of our LIBC test servers here, and I have a couple of different test nets set up on this server. So the commands I'm going to be using are actually aliases to the Rocketpool command, and you can kind of see how I have this set up if we look at my bash aliases file. So I have an rp1 command, which goes to this Rocketpool configuration directory, which is the Zhejiang test network. And then this is the Gorelli test network. So we're going to do this on Zhejiang. And sorry if I'm messing up my Chinese on that. But if we go ahead and say RPL node status here, you can see that we do have 2 active mini pools running. And we are on the Zhejiang test network. Awesome. So what we want to do is let's go ahead and look at our mini pool status. And we have one 16 ETH mini pool, and we also have we are running an 8 ETH mini pool. So I'm going to go ahead and take this 16 ETH down to an 8 ETH. So let's see if we can do this. So basically, all we need to do is say RP Rocketpool mini pool begin bond reduction, and I have to spell reduction right. Reduction. So this will allow you to begin the bond reduction process to reduce your 16 ETH bond for a mini pool down to 8 ETH, awarding you 8 ETH in credit and allowing you to create a second mini pool for free plus gas costs. Okay, there will be a 1-hour wait period after you start the process. After this wait period is over, you will have 48 hours. So we're going to have 2 days to complete the process after this 1-hour wait period. Your node container will do this automatically unless you have disabled it. Okay, cool. In which case, you must manually parse this command. Awesome. So let's go ahead and start this. So it sounds like this will do it automatically. And we have one available. So we have this 16 ETH. I'm going to go ahead and say 2. And this is going to go ahead and pass the transaction to the network. I'll beef it up a little bit here. Are you sure you want to begin the bond reduction for one mini pool? Yes, we do. Just submitted a transaction to the network. Awesome. So far, so good. Excellent. Okay, so our transaction was successful. Successfully started the bond reduction. Waiting for transaction. Okay, awesome. Yeah, so this is looking good. Now what we need to do is basically wait an hour. So there is a command here where we can basically follow our logs to see if this is successful or not. Now, from what it was saying up here, I don't know if I just missed that in the documentation here, but it said it would do it automatically, which would be great if it just does it automatically. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this. We'll come back to this in a minute and well, more like an hour, and we'll take a look at where it's standing. But actually, before we do that, let's go ahead and just take a quick look at RP1 service logs for the node. Okay, cool. So look at that. We're getting checking for mini pools to launch, checking for mini pool bonds to reduce, checking for mini pools to promote. All right. All right, so it looks like it just does this over and over again. All right, so we'll come back to this in a few. Okay, we're about an hour later, and I've been following the logs here, and it did do it automatically, which is super cool. So reducing bond for mini pool transaction has been submitted. We have a transaction hash here, which we could take a look at on the network, and then it successfully reduced the bond for the mini pool. So excellent. So now if we go ahead and get out of here, and we're going to say RP1 mini pool status, and now we have 2 8 ETH mini pools. And now we also have a mini pool with some refunds available. So we have a little bit of ETH left in here to be able to refund. And let's go ahead and go node status here, see what this looks like. 2 staking, 1 mini pool has refunds available. 8 ETH in our credit balance, which we could use to make a new mini pool. Excellent. Okay, awesome. I'm just taking a look at the documentation here, and we can see that there's a refund here. It goes through the explanation of what the refund is, and we can go ahead and get that refund by just saying RP Rocketpool mini pool refund. We have some ETH to claim there. Go ahead and submit a transaction for this. Grab a refund. Awesome. And that was going to take us into the deposit credit system, which I'm going to go ahead and capture that in a separate video. So now that we have a credit balance, we can go ahead and spin up another 8 ETH mini pool using that credit balance. But for this video, I just wanted to go ahead and illustrate how you could take a 16 ETH mini pool and reduce it down to an 8 ETH bonded mini pool. And it seems like it worked great. Awesome. Thanks.